Cousin Nation, Sanbonan Buffet too. Hey, hey, this one is quite interesting. I have some breaking news, Buffet too. Hey, I don't know, maybe it's a prank or Rangbongahle, but it is what it is. As I've said earlier on OT, as of yet, nothing has been confirmed or concrete. But now today we can confirm, as we have seen with other many sources, OT, Kaizer Chiefs have decided to terminate their contract with Coach Khalil Ben Youssef, Coach Cedric Kaze, as well as Coach, strength and conditioning coach Maji Safi. But goalkeeper coach Elias Mzoe remains in the clear for now. We do not know whether they are going to terminate his contract in the near future, but definitely now this leaves a big question: who is going to be the next coach for Kaizer Chiefs? But in all honesty, as I've said earlier on or before, that a lot of you would have loved, to have the coaches continue, and some of you would have loved to have the co-coaches leave the club. For me, it was just one thing. I just wanted the coaches to have someone at their helm or on top, or maybe make one head coach, and then we continue. So it looks like whatever it is that the fans complain about when it comes to say we can't be having a big team like Kaizer Chiefs being run by interim coaches. It's not ideal. Well, it has happened. And by the looks of things, maybe chances are we'll get Coach Pitso Mosimane. Because why? Well, we've seen with the latest interviews, we've seen what he said. There were even talks saying, let's let Kaizer just finish the season, and then we will discuss what is going to happen. So do you guys think or believe that finally Kaizer Chiefs have decided to finally go after Coach Pitso Mosimane? Well, for me, I haven't gotten anything, concrete as of yet, but it's a surprise. Kaizer Chiefs are doing things this season. They're doing things with a lot of surprises. I did hear Coach Cedric Kaze saying, "I'm waiting for your apology." But then I was like, what apology? Because at the end of the day, despite finishing position number 3, it's not a huge achievement. It is great. Don't get me wrong, Bafetu. I'm happy for that. But honestly speaking, it's not like winning a trophy. Like, for example, I feel like if Kaizer Chiefs won a trophy this season, 1 or 2, probably they would have let the coaches stay, because they would have won a trophy, which they show something to the cabinet, and then also they would have managed to finish in position number 3. But so far, don't get me wrong, Bafetu, from what they've achieved, especially on a club like this level, finishing the season with about 54 points. I believe it was 54 points. That is great, and it's a lot. So wherever they're going, trust me guys, they will be highly accepted. And I'm sure, as we are speaking right now, since the termination, they might be getting a lot of offers, to say, V2, we are interested in signing you. So come June, Mazitinji E1, those guys will no longer be part of Kaizer Chiefs. But today they've been informed. It's not like it's a done deal, but they have been informed that definitely they will not be renewing, their contract. But other than that, there's been speculation that the new CEO might be the one who's not happy with those two, and probably decided against, the co-coaches continuing with the club. But honestly speaking, I feel like the decision comes down to a collective, not just one individual. It's not just one person who wakes up and decide, you know what, I'm done. We no longer want those guys at the club. We need something new brains and new everything. But I don't know, guys. And honestly speaking, with the Coach Pitso, if ever he is the one who's going to be joining the club, I have a lot of questions. Because number one, we know how Coach Pitso operates. Despite him loving youngsters, being able to work with youngsters, he's also someone who demands players. I know it's something that people will think otherwise, but him, Coach Nabi, Coach Rolando Mukwena, for example, Coach Miguel Cardoso as well, those coaches, they need quality in order to function properly. It's not just they can build something out of nothing. It's not primarily their use, you understand, when it comes to players. So for me, I feel like, okay, if that is the case, then what else is going to happen? Because so far, we've spoken about Coach Pitso Mosimane, and he's the only big coach that makes sense for a club like Kaizer Chiefs, you know. But also, honestly speaking, he's a coach that comes with a lot of demands. I'm not going to talk about finances or it's okay. He's going to be wanting to earn a lot more, Lukiana. But honestly speaking, it has to do with how the club is going to recruit and sign players. That is the biggest influence of whether Coach Pitso Mosimane will be joining Kaizer Chiefs. And other than that, what about the players that are currently there? Are we saying some of the players that are currently there, we're going to let go of them, you know, without anything? Because you have your players like Ox and Tetra. I would love personally to have Ox remain for at least 1 year. That would be good. But then also, we don't know the kind of, you know, direction the club is headed to. Because number two, there's a lot of noise, especially when you look at how Orlando Pirates have just won the league. Mamelodi Sundowns have won the Champions League. It's definitely clouding, you know, even the judgment of the club to say, okay, maybe we are not where we are, or maybe we are not where we want to be as of yet. So we could be trying something different. So for me, I feel like Kaizer Chiefs now feels like they are ready to compete for the league, which for me doesn't make any sense. Honestly speaking, it doesn't make any sense. We've been out of the top 5 for the past, I don't know how many years. And then now we say we just 1 season. Actually 2. I can say 2 seasons, but I can say 1 because a lot of the players that we have this new season, we did not have last season. You know, your players like Flavio Silva, your Lebogang Mabowe, you know, players who have came in and made a huge impact to the club as a whole and how we perform in terms of, you know, going forward, backwards, you know, defense, solidarity, you know, as a unit. All of those things, they do need to be taken into consideration, you understand? So yeah, quite interesting. It's quite interesting, but it is what it is, Bafetu. So now we are currently waiting to see whether they're going to terminate the contract of coach Elias Mzoki Naye. But we did hear the rumors, you know, he has been offered somewhat 3 years, even though they said it was him and Maji Safi. But right now, as things are, you see, with the rumors, it's a problem. It's a big problem. But so far, yeah. This is a one of a two. I cannot promise you anything. Kaizer Chiefs is no longer the club that we all knew. It moves in different directions. Like, honestly speaking, very surprising in terms of what they do. Like, for me, it doesn't make any sense. You understand? It doesn't make any sense. Because why am I saying this? Well, the structure or the foundation has already been laid out, and despite the coach, you know one thing about Kaizer, that guy is so good. Utemagapuma Bamboza Ogoti, are the coaches going to remain, or are they going to be the coaches for next season? He said they've done tremendous work. They've done incredible work. Big ups to them. Big ups to the players. You know, he was appreciating those people. Little did we know it was the last time. So even now, I will not be shocked if Tua Okayin-Samayo is not being signed by Kaizer Chiefs, despite all of that we've heard about him. So anything is possible. Yeah, with this club, anything is possible, but we will see. Hopefully, it's the right decisions that are going to get us where we want to be. Because at the end of the day, despite everything that happens, despite the decisions that are being taken, which we might oppose, we might feel like, okay, definitely this is not, the good idea for this kind of club. If it's going to work for the club, then I do not see any problems when it comes to that. But anyways, before I will be here to give you more update in terms of what is happening, who's the new coach, who's coming, all of that. I do know it's gonna be like quick, and then they announce, but I will try my best, Buffet, to to give you that information. But for now, thank you so much for watching Bafethu. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, don't forget to comment the word coach. That's the word of the day for today's video. Coach.